did you guys already debate the pros and cons for marriage for the modern man? I think he might have been the person that asked that first question about marriage for regular guys as opposed to high-value guys.
Right.
So he wants to know, so I guess let's talk about it. What are some of the pros and the cons for marriage for modern men?
Well, I made a video a while back, is there a case for marriage today? And the biggest thing is if you want to have children, the numbers are in. The best chance you have for raising a happy, healthy, functional kid is in the context of a marriage inside of it. But you want to be able to control the variables. I mean,
right.
Unless if you're not committed to living on your income and living at your means, then you inject modern into it. See, far too many of us are trying to live modern, living at making $50,000 a year, but you want a $300,000 home. No, you get an $80,000. You live where you can live,
right?
Because if your wife is going out into work, it provides all kind of potential issues, and we cannot change the culture.
Dude. Nope.
We cannot change the culture, and we are more connected today than ever. So, it's a risk, brother, and that's what I think we should take the word marriage out and just call it a risk.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause that's what it really comes down to, and it's not going to change.
No,
it's not going to change. So you guys, I would say, gotta understand what you're wanting to get. This is why I'm so big on improving your value, because we don't look at relationship the way women do.
Yeah, that's true.
But she needs to be on your page. We can have an entire video.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's a whole, that could actually be a series. I think you earlier you said men really shouldn't be thinking about marriage unless, of course, you want to have children. That's risky in America. I get this question all the time. Donovan, I want to have kids. How should I do it? There's a couple of ways to do it, and it's going to be roundabout, but this is what's necessary. Have a surrogate mother, right? Hire a woman to, inject somebody else's egg into her womb and your sperm and then have the baby like that. She relinquishes all parental rights. Or you go overseas. But you can't go overseas and bring a woman back to America, because America will destroy that woman and you'll be right back to square one.
That's it.
That's how it works. It sucks, but that's the way it is. Mr. Samuels, what is the male equivalent to the wall? Age, low income, wealth, and unhealthy weight could be contributing factors, but what are some factors in both of you guys' opinions? Is there a male wall? Because Hugh Hefner was banging 20-something-year-old blonde.
I think a man's wall has a lot to do with his income/productivity.
Okay.
Because if you're a man and you are under earning, let's say I've run into guys who are in their 40s making like, $32,000 a year. That's God. A wall. They are, $35,000 a year. That's what he was making.
Right.
They're living, but you can't really do anything into that.
Right.
And you're past the age of anybody giving you a break. You are who you are at that point.
Yeah.
So it's not like you can go back to, how pathetic would it be? Hey, Donovan, I'm 40 years old, but I'm going to go to college.
Good luck with that.
And what are you going to go to school for? Marketing, communicating,
for real? What are you going to do with that?
So a man's productivity in his income resources are his wall, because it's a limiting factor, and we'd be foolish to say now weight and all those kind of things. Resources can overcome weight.
I agree. I don't know that there is a male equivalent to the wall. Now, I agree with you in that a man will reach some point where the world will stop giving him breaks. We don't catch a lot of breaks as it is, but the breaks that we do get, we need to take advantage of them. If you don't, you're going to run out of it. You got to make yourself.
Right.
And I don't know, maybe I'm an outlier to this particular situation. I was 32 years old, okay? I had no money. I'm 187 pounds. I got a nickel a day coke habit. I'm shooting morphine. I'm snorting pills. I'm chasing after this 19-year-old girl whose baby daddy had just got out of prison for impregnating her at 13 years old, right? Pining over this girl, living in a quasi crack house, not a penny to my name, right? I'm 32, Kevin, and now look at me, right? So I think the difference, I don't think, like there is definitely a wall for men. The difference is we can recover from the effects of the wall. Don't get me wrong. The later in life you get, the more difficult it becomes to recover. But men are still, we have the ability to recover and even thrive despite having hit the wall. When women hit the wall, there's no coming back from that. When men hit the wall, okay, we can sort of bounce off of it and be better. Dude, I'm a lot better off now at 43 than I ever was at 33. I mean, even though at 33 years old, I was living in Vegas, I didn't have anything. I didn't have any money. I was just sort of starting out in the game. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, like the video I made about facts about high value. You can be homeless and in 7 years be high value.
There you go.
What the wall for men in this context is when a man quits. When you quit, you give up, and you resigned yourself to nothing can ever get any better, then effectively you won't be able to do the things that you would have to do to come back from where you were, or any countless other man who's been here and is now here. And that's what we love so much about being a man. See, I would prefer to be a man than a woman because we can always change our situation.
Right. We sure can. We sure can.
We're not born into the fertility and the looks thing. So
women, how can I put this? Women have very few ways to change their situation. Very, very few ways. The ways that don't involve hitching their wagon to a high-value man are very, very difficult for them, right? So women have one main way to change their situation, and that is to find a man. Men, we can change our situation in a million different ways.
And for the women, it would be far more beneficial to women if they just go ahead and accept that reality. On my channel, I ask, in a state of nature, where can the female survive in the wild without the male?
Yeah, that's nowhere, Kevin. That's nowhere.